let's make some food. I said I wouldn't do that, and I just... Welcome back. Oh, Gordon Nelly. Whoa. That does not look as good as I thought it did. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back. I'm really got this. Today I'll be showing everyone my gut-friendly meal prep. It is super simple, super basic. I like to keep things really easy when it comes to food. I like my food quickly, I am impatient, I am lazy, and I get really hungry because I exercise a lot. So I thought I would run everyone through the typical meal prep that I do for myself that is gut friendly, as I do have an incredibly sensitive gut, and I know a lot of you also struggle with that, so I thought it would be helpful to share. Bear in mind that these meals will seem super simple and can come off kind of bland, but that's sort of what it's like living with a shit gut, basically. When it comes to making gut-friendly food, for me, it's all about keeping things simple. The more ingredients that I have, the more likely I am to react to things, and if I have too much food or too diverse food, I can really upset my stomach and put too much pressure on my digestive system. So I keep things really simple, especially when it comes to my meal prep. It's usually just some kind of protein, carbohydrate, and vegetable, and I usually add it to things like big salads and Buddha bowls. So what you'll see is very simple, very basic. Is really good to have on hand to add to my meals and make sure I'm getting everything I need without overdoing it, as well as keeping my gut in check. So I thought I'd run you through everything. First things first is I've got the oven on 250 degrees to roast some veggies, and I've got a deep dish pan with some water in it boiling, ready for my protein. This week I will be making chicken breast, cauliflower mash, I got some frozen veggies, and I will be roasting some pumpkin. When it comes to cooking vegetables or roasting vegetables, my biggest hack, and what I do every time I'm roasting any kind of veggies, is I cook them a little bit first. So I'm chopping them up, putting them in this microwave dish, and then I will be popping them in the microwave before I lay them out to bake. This just makes them cook quicker, and it also makes sure they stay nice and moist. I really prefer my roast vegetables nice and moist instead of dry. It's just how I like them. If you like dry vegetables, you can eat that shit dry if you like. But it will also take longer. So, microwave first and then into the oven. Alrighty. That is ready. Into the microwave for 5 minutes to start, and then maybe more if needed. Now I'm gonna get my frozen chicken breasts, and I'm just gonna pop them in there to start boiling. And always make sure to wash your hands when you are dealing with raw chicken. Nobody wants that salmonella. So I will leave that to cook. I do weigh and count the macros for my protein. Not because I'm someone who's super worried about macros. In fact, this is why I used to get pre-delivered meals, because I hate having to count macros and organize it all. But when you have a sensitive gut, unfortunately, it is something that you often have to do, especially when it comes to protein. So a common misconception in general actually is that the more protein, the better for people, especially if you're trying to gain muscle or gain weight. But this is not true. Fun little fact is your body can actually only process a certain amount of protein, and if you overdo that, it will just let the excess protein out of your body. You will pee it out. If you have a compromised gut as well, it is really important to note how much protein you're having, because protein can put a lot of pressure on your digestive system. So the more protein you have, the harder it is for your body to digest it. For me, I am only allowed 30 grams of protein per meal, just to make sure I don't overdo it. And that is basically why I count and weigh my food, just so that I know I'm not overdoing it on the protein and putting my gut at risk. I'm just gonna chop up this cauliflower as well, really loosely, because I will be popping it in the microwave. I gotta stop doing that. All right, I'll get back to you when everything's cooking. So my pumpkin is super cooked, a little bit too cooked actually. And now I'm just sprinkling some rosemary over the top. And I will pop it in the oven. Yum. How do I do with salmon again? Like, on that note, welcome back. Now what I'm gonna do with the cauliflower is drain it, but keep a little bit of water in it. Then I'm gonna pop it in a NutriBullet and blend it to make it into a mash. If you have never tried cauliflower mash, ooh, it's really good. Especially I like swapping it for potato mash because I find I struggle, I really like choke on potatoes. Like I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I like a lighter option. And cauliflower mash actually has a very creamy texture. It's got this weirdly buttery flavor. I remember when I was vegan and I used to make this all the time. And I always think someone slipped butter into my cauliflower mash. Because it really does have such a natural buttery flavor. So if you're looking to swap mashed potato for something or like have a bit of both sometimes, cauliflower mash is amazing. So, a little bit out like that. Trusty NutriBullet. It's piping hot. Oh, I think my chicken is done. Everything is cooking very quickly. Sorry, the exhaust fan is on, so it might be a little bit noisy. Make sure your cauliflower is cooked all the way through, otherwise it will struggle to blend. The one thing I do find with a NutriBullet, as opposed to a Vitamix, is they can get a little stuck sometimes and they're a bit harder to actually blend things. I'm just gonna pop that in for another 2 minutes. Get this going. I will add a little bit more water to this just because I know it will struggle to blend. So not much, just a little bit. You can add nutritional yeast and this is really yummy. You can add some nutritional yeast, salt, pepper, whatever works for you. I do struggle with edema, which is water retention basically, so I actually can't add salt to pretty much any of my meals because my fingers turn into sausages. But as I said, this is really flavoursome. You can add herbs, you can add everything, but if you want to keep it really simple, it doesn't even need it. Let's see if it is mashed. But, come on, focus for me. Very mashy. It smells a little funky, don't be put off. I promise you it tastes real good. That in there, just do the last of it. Amazing! Oh yeah! It's loud in here! Ah! Alrighty, so all of our mashed cauliflower is done. I'm just gonna pop it in this bowl. Pumpkin is light explosion of mashed cauliflower there. Oh, so yummy. Damn, she TIK. I will get back to you once I've got everything laid out. So this is what everything looks like when it's set out. I've got my container in here, measuring everything out. I start with 100 grams of my chicken breast. That equates to around 30 grams of protein, just to make things simple. You will have to check if you're using a different protein how much that'll all add to. I will then add maybe 100 grams of cauliflower, and my thing just turned off. I'm going to assume that's like 30 grams. There we go, 100 grams of that. I don't have much of this, so I'm going to savor the pumpkin. And then I'm going to add the rest full of veggies. Now I don't cook the frozen veggies because frozen veggies are already cooked once and they already defrost and cook when I put them in the microwave. Now I don't really measure vegetables, I just let it fill the whole container up, and that's basically how I meal prep. I will just do that to a lot more and I'll get back to you. And there we have it. So that's all my meal prep. honestly, I could not recommend meal prepping enough, or at least ordering pre-made meals if you're someone who struggles with portion control, or you need to count your macros a little bit more importantly for whatever reason, especially if you're like me and you have gut issues where it's really, really important. It just makes life so much easier, food so much less stressful, and it's delicious, and I love it. I tend to use these meal preps as bases more than anything else. I will microwave them, and then I tend to chuck them in giant veggie bowls, Buddha bowls, or salads, and add more greens and add things like avocado and tahini based dressings, all the goodness. So that is my simple gut-friendly meal prep. This is just this week. It's really basic. I try to change it up each week or every few weeks using different proteins and different veggies, whatever's in season, but just keeping it simple. That took me half an hour, not even, and yeah. I hope you enjoy. I hope everyone has a great day. If there's anything else you'd like me to make, any other videos, please comment. If there are certain recipes you'd like to make, because I do make less boring, bland things than this, please let me know, and please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel a lot, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.